me, but I just got out of the shower. My hair's still wet, and we're going to be doing a get ready with me like I used to all the time. It's now 2024. This is the first video I'm uploading this year that I've actually filmed in 2024. I will be uploading things backlogged from last year, from 2023 still, but yeah, new year, same me. Let's get into it. I'm going to be using a beauty blender. This one's from Colourpop, and they're like massive blending kit that I bought yonks ago, and I'm going to be using this Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour Skin Intensity. Getting into this year with some new products. These things I haven't used on my channel before, but I've been using them in real life recently. So yeah, what's new with you guys? There's a lot new with me, but also not much new with me. It's like everything's new, but also everything's the same. I'm just putting on like quite a, honestly, fair bit amount onto the beauty blender, just because it's gonna like absorb into the beauty blender as well. And also I'm not like going for light coverage, and this can kind of be a bit more sheer, especially with the beauty blender. Like a lot of the time I feel like beauty blenders eat a little bit of the makeup up because they absorb it a bit better than like a brush would. And so just because the beauty blender is going to absorb a bit of this product, I do want to put a little bit more product on. And also because this product is a little bit of a lighter coverage than like some of my more full coverage foundations, and I do want a little bit more coverage today. This beauty blender is quite damp. I just wet it today, just like right before filming this, and so it's quite saturated, but that's fine. If I want sheer coverage, I kind of like, as you can see, I kind of drag the blender. So this is an area where I want a little bit more full coverage, and so I tap. So yeah, I often drag over large areas that I just want to like maximize some coverage and just kind of even out the skin tone. And then like towards the center of the face especially, I'm pressing that product in a little bit more firmly because that's where I'd like more of the coverage to sit. What is new with you guys? I'm going to try my best to do like a little bit of a life update in this video, just because it has been a while and I don't know, some things are new. They're probably not going to be like wildly new to you guys because as much as we like do vlogs and stuff together, you guys don't know my personal life or like my work life as much, and those are things where things have been like kind of changing more recently. But you know, I'm still friends with the same groups, so like, you know, in vlogs and stuff you'll still see the same people around. It's not like I'm changing my personal life in that way, but kind of like my circles are growing, you know, as you'd expect, as you meet more people in life and stuff. I recently started a new job, which I haven't told you guys about, but it's not like a secret or anything. It's just like, as you may know, I'm a nurse, and I am in my new grad year at the moment, which means that I'm like my first year out of university, and in my new grad year I rotate a couple of times, and so yeah, this is my last rotation in my new grad year. I'm very excited about that, because it's a really nice place to work, and I'm enjoying my current workplace and stuff. And I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to like talk about in too much detail like my job and stuff on YouTube. It's just not something I like feel like I want to share as much, but I would like to let you guys know that I have changed jobs recently and I'm enjoying my new job, and I'm learning lots at work all the time, and it does feel like you know, I'm contributing and learning and all the things that I want from my career. And then also on top of that, I have received details about where I'll be working after my new grad year. So pretty much with my new grad thing, I got a 1 year new grad position, and then afterwards I got a like full-time position for next year, which is now this year actually. So yes, I know where I'm going now for my first year as a non-new grad, just like as a normal RN, which is very exciting. It's somewhere I wanted to work, and so I'm looking forward to, you know, my next chapter in my career and stuff. By the way, I didn't even say what concealer I put on. So after I used the Maybelline Super Stay, which I know is a bit of a controversial item, some people say this is too dewy and never dries down, looks too wet on the face. I've worn it a little bit this week. This is my first week wearing it, and I just think it's quite nice, honestly. I don't find it too matte, too dewy. It just leaves a really nice dewier sheen to the face, but it's not like wet or tacky through the day. And then the concealer that I'm wearing is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour More Than Concealer. I like this one. This one's in the shade 326 Vanilla, and it's quite a bright shade, like it's quite brightening under the eyes, but I like that. I'm not going to go for like a very, very intense face. I'm just going to go for a little bit of like a natural face for now. I probably am going out tonight, but I'll just layer on more makeup and take this from like a day to a night look later on. I'm just popping on quite a fair amount of the Rare Beauty blush. I'm a big fan of this blush. It's in the shade Joy, which I feel like is like the shade that Rare Beauty does. And I'm going to be blending it out with this brush. This is called the powder brush from Nude by Nature, and I'm just going to blend this into the cheeks. What else is new? I'm seeing someone new at the moment. It's very new, so I don't want to talk about that too much, but like, you know, these are like big things in my life that are happening, and so I do want to share them in a little like snippet here and there with you guys. I did mention this also in my what I got for Christmas video, because I did spend Christmas with his family. But yeah, I'm seeing someone new at the moment. It's exciting, and it's nice to be seeing someone again. As you guys know, there was nothing going on for me in the dating realm for a while there after my last relationship. I kind of took some time off, but yeah, I ended up meeting someone recently-ish. We'd been friends for a bit, and yeah, we'll see what happens. It's fun right now, but I don't want to talk about it too much. You might see them in a vlog. He might make an appearance at one point, but no hurry about that, you know. Time is on my side. I'm next going to go in with some bronzer, and this is the Butter Bronzer from Real Techniques. Look how much pan I have in this thing. I have so much pan in so many of my products at the moment. I feel like I'm about to have like a bit of a turnover in product, just because a lot of these things I've been consistently using for quite a while now, and so I feel like a lot of products are about to get rotated through. I feel like my project pan and the actual time periods when I use up makeup don't totally align, because I feel like after each project pan video is actually when I use up most of my products. So I don't know, it's just like the rotation of like how I use makeup and when it gets used up in the year for me. But I do 2 project pan videos a year. Like at the end of the year, I do what I panned in 2023, for example, and then halfway through the year, I also do a mid-yearly what I've emptied. So that's when I film my 2 empties videos. And I feel like after I film my empties video, I use up a bunch of stuff, and it's just like poor timing with like when I film those videos versus when things are actually getting used up, because then they just sit there for the next 6 months to be shown in the next 6 monthly video. I hope that makes sense. I just feel like it's funny that the timing works out like that. I didn't powder my face today just because I want the dewy glowiness of the foundation to shine for itself. I might set a little bit under my eyes, however, because as you can see, they're quite reflective with the lighting situation at the moment. Also, do you like my new PJs? I'll be showing them in an upcoming haul, but I got Barbie PJs and I love them. I really like wearing my Barbie PJs with my little heart jewelry. I just feel like these pink hearts that Laura gave me for Christmas a couple years ago with this like pajama set, it's mwah, perfect. I'm actually gonna put my hair up just because it's just in the way, I feel. I know it's not really in the way, but like it's just wet, and like it's a really hot day today here. I live in Sydney. It's summer right now here in Australia, and so just a sweaty time. I'm going to be going in with the Rem Beauty or REM Beauty from Ariana Grande's makeup line highlighter topper in the shade Miss Mercury. Here's my highlighter brush. This is such a gorgeous shade. I think it's a very popular shade as well. And I think that is for a reason, you know. This is the highlighter from Ariana. Although I don't actually hear a lot of hype about Rem Beauty anymore, which is kind of surprising because there was so much hype when it came out at the time. But I feel like no one talks about Rem Beauty anymore. I guess it's kind of lost into the abyss of like celebrity makeup brands. There's just so many now. But I was really excited by Rem Beauty when they first came out, and now I like have barely any interest in them anymore. I don't know. I do enjoy the products that I do have from Rem Beauty though. Like this highlighter is genuinely like a lovely product and I enjoy using it. That's that. Let me get out a powder to do my under eyes. This is a powder that I have had for ages, honestly, and I should work on this in my next project pan. This is from Innisfree, and it's, I'm going to use my bronzer brush with it because honestly, my bronzer shade is pretty close to my like tan shade right now, and I just don't think it's going to like darken up my under eyes that much. I'm going to go around the nose first, just in case there is a bit of bronzer left on the brush. So around the nose, It'll just make my face look a little bit more like, I don't know, bronzy. I'm just going to pat this under the eyes. It's a very light, easy powder. Oh, I didn't even say what it is. This is the Innisfree Matte Mineral Setting Powder. This smells really nice. It has, like, I think it's got some sort of, like, it says with Jeju Natural Mineral and Natural Natural Originated Mint. Now that I've read that, I understand, because it does have, like, a slightly minty scent. I always assumed it was, like, some sort of tea scent, because it does have a little bit of, like, a herbal aspect to it, but I guess that is just the mint. Yeah, so new job, new people in my life. What else is new? This year is my first full year not doing cheer, which is kind of terrifying. I don't know, I've just really enjoyed doing cheer for so long, and so this is my first year for an entire season being retired. Last year, as you know, I didn't do cheer the whole season, but I did do Hawaii at the beginning of the year. So I went to global games and all that, and so that was like, you know, I still did cheer last year. But this year I'm not. So I'm going to be doing some new things. Recently, I've been wanting to learn to surf, so I've taken some surf classes and that kind of stuff, and that's been really fun. I really enjoy the feeling of like standing up on the board. I just feel like it reminds me a little bit of like that feeling of when you're in a stunt in cheer. Everything comes around to cheer for me, but when you're stunting in cheer and you hit the stunt and you're like on top in the sky, that feeling, it's unbeatable, and I get that a little bit when I'm satisfied when I've like stood up on the surfboard and I'm like catching a wave and I feel good on the wave and stuff. That's like a pretty similar feeling in my opinion. What else? By the way, if you're wondering what I'm using on my brows, this is from Excel. This is the, I believe, #1 selling brow product in Japan. I bought this on my recent trip to Japan, which I know I've talked about nothing at all about on this channel. But yes, I haven't mentioned it a lot, but I did do a lot of travel in 2023. And that's kind of why I was a little bit more absent from this channel, because I was just running around everywhere so much. But this year, I really want to slow down and work on, like, focus on work, which includes YouTube, because I do get paid from YouTube, and so this is like a form of work as well. But also, YouTube is about like for fun for me. So like, you know, YouTube wise, like having like playing, there's work and play on YouTube, and it's a combo of both for me. But for YouTube, I'll always prioritize the play aspect of it over work, because as much as I do get paid from YouTube, it's not a lot, and as much as it does help, I do have an actual job that's my career. So even though this does contribute to my life financially, it's not my career. And so I like to play with this more. So yeah, I'd like to focus more on work. So this, in a sense, but my actual career. And then also I'd like to focus more on relaxing and stuff. I feel like last year I was running around everywhere a lot, and it was really fun, and I did so much, and it was like so many dreams came true for me, so much travel happened for me that I'd always wanted to happen, things like that. And I want to continue that kind of travel bug this year. I love traveling. I love going to new places, trying new things. It's just something I really enjoy. But I would like to also slow down in a sense and take more time to myself, especially while I'm here in Sydney. I want to be focusing more on, you know, me time and stuff. I think that would also help with my YouTube channel, because since last year I was running around so much, I didn't really have time to sit down and edit all the vlogs that I filmed. I have a lot of content from 2023 that I haven't posted, but I do still intend on posting. However, I didn't post it because as soon as I finished filming something, I would run away and go on to the next thing. You know, I came back from Bali, and pretty immediately after I went to Japan, and then pretty immediately after I went to Melbourne, and then pretty immediately after, you know, I did my cruise. And so it was just like so much happened in a short amount of time that I wasn't able to keep up with that and editing. I do realize that people like travel vloggers and like keep up vlogging all their travels, but I couldn't maintain it personally with the travel plus the vlogging plus the uploading the vlogs plus my actual full-time job, nursing and stuff. So yeah, it was a little hard for me to juggle all those things with also socializing. I would pretty much go out every single night of the week, which is something I would like to cut back on a little bit. Not that I don't want to go out as much during the week. I still would like to go out in the weekdays, but last year was getting to the point where I was just going out well, I still do this, but like I'd like to not go out every single night as much, because it's just like I need to have some more time where I'm just alone and, doing other things, because I do enjoy doing things alone as well. By the way, I just wanted to say that I contoured my nose with the Milani Sunkissed bronzer, the Silky Matte one. The Silky Matte bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. And then I highlighted my nose with Grwm Beauty's Miss Mercury again. Anyway, these are, this is random, these are peanut butter bombs. Yeah, I'd like to work on things alone a lot more this year. And when I say this, it's nothing negative on last year, because last year was an incredible year. It was one of the best years of my life. And it couldn't have happened if I didn't run around and do everything all the time and be absolutely bonkers about it. However, this year, the things that I'd like to work on, I feel like the lighting makes like my nose contour look really odd. Oh well. Anyway, it's because I've got strong light coming from one side of my face. Just know that my nose contour is fine. In real life, anyway. Back to the topic. Yeah, I just feel like I have a lot of things I'd like to work on this year that are more things that I have to do by myself. For example, I'd like to sew an outfit for one of my dolls. And it's not really something I can do while I'm at the club or at a bar with my friends, or getting dinner with my mates on a Wednesday night. That's something where it's a Wednesday night in and I sew the dress for the doll or something like that. So yeah, just different things that I'd like to work on this year. I still would like to do travel, and I'd like to save up, hopefully this year. I'm saying in this video, and I don't know if this is actually going to come true, but I'd really like to save up for like a full scale mermaid tail for myself this year. I'm going to be turning 25. It's a kind of a silly purchase, but it's something I've always wanted my whole life, and I feel like quarter through my life, 25, quarter life crisis time. Let's get that silly car, but I don't want a silly car. In my case, let's get that mermaid tail. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I would like to do a little bit of an eye situation, nothing too heavy. I might just get a little bit of a bronzer moment going. So this is an e.l.f. Blush duo. This is in the shades, I can't tell, coconut. Yes, these were super popular, these little duos, a while ago on YouTube. The highlighter smashed, and I used it all over my face and body previously. The blush shade in this is a little bit more of a bronzer shade, but it's slightly too reddish and pigmented for me for a bronzer. It's just really appropriate as an eyeshadow shade. And so I've been using this as like my one and done eyeshadow on days like today when I don't feel like doing a full eyeshadow look. I'm using the what's this called, the base shadow brush from Real Techniques, and I just find that it's a perfect brush to do what I want right now, which is just easily puff this eyeshadow over my eyes. It just gives warmth, dimension, without being like too dark or like dirty looking, if that makes sense. Not dirty, but like grungy. I don't know, it's very like light and fluffed through. So yeah, I like the way that that's been going. I've been using that product quite a bit as just like one and done eyeshadow, and then I will use that highlighter shade that does come in the duo as well, actually. Let me find a highlighter brush real quick. I want a brush to do some details with. Where is one? Here's one. This is from the Madison Beer Morphe collaboration. I'm just going to grab that highlight, take it on my inner corner. It's kind of more of a glittery highlight, so I don't like using it as much on my face. That's why I prefer using this highlight on my body and on my eyes. But, it's still a nice highlighter, and it's a nice champagne-y shade. It's definitely like within the champagne tonal family that I would typically go for. It's just like the texture is a little chunkier than my personal preference. I'm trying to think what else is new to share with you guys. I'm in a good place with my relationship with my parents at the moment. All my friends doing well. Things are just good. 2023 was like a wonderful year for me, genuinely. Travel, career, love, friends, life. Like, it was just a very successful year. But I'm a little bit tired from 2023. So I would like to take the beginning of 2024 a little bit more slowly. There are some things that I would like to achieve in 2024, though. Things that I'd like to do. Like, I'd like to start either some sort of active thing again. Now that I'm no longer doing cheer, I would consider doing adult ballet. That's something that I've been thinking about doing for a while. I think this is the year that I'm going to do it. I wanted to do it last year, but I honestly didn't have the time because I kept traveling and running around everywhere, and it was just unrealistic. However, this year I think it is more realistic for that to happen. Something else I'd like to do this year is I'd like to read some more. I did quite a bit of reading in 2023, but it kind of dropped off once my travels started getting really, really hectic. But I really enjoyed reading, and I found it really nice time to myself. By the way, that was the Rimmel Lasting Finish Fix and Go setting spray, and watch me fan my face with my new fan. I bought this in Japan. One of the things I wanted to buy in Japan was a pink fan, so that I could use it to dry my setting spray. That was like one of the things that was like on my list, and I did go to Japan and I did buy the pink fan, which makes me very, very happy. Every time I see it now, I'm like, I did what I wanted. I obviously didn't go to Japan just to buy a pink fan, but it was one of like the things that I knew I would purchase over there. But yeah, I'd like to do some more reading in 2024. So if you have any book recommendations of books that you think I'd be into, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to reading. I like fiction and non-fiction. I'm not really one for like sappier kind of books. I like ones with strong vibes, if that makes sense. So something like The Virgin Suicides, where it's like it's got a really strong, it makes you feel something. I like that kind of book. I get a little bit frustrated in like more romantic books that I see often on TikTok, just because I find some of the tropes like I like a very healthy relationship, and so sometimes some of the tropes can be a bit frustrating to me because they'll be like they'll do toxic things along the way, and that'll put me off or something. So if you do recommend a romantic genre of book, something that's not too toxic, or like a very healthy progression is something I'm more into. Also, I do like sci-fi books and stuff, but some gore and like more disgusting like scenes can put me off a bit, so I don't like to read as much like yucky stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, more books to come in 2024. I'm excited. Tell me your favorite book in the comments down below. I'm interested. As you can probably tell, the background around me is changing a little bit. My room's changing a bit. I do intend on doing some updated like room and like home related videos, like room tours, what's my makeup collection, classic old school YouTube videos that I know I personally really enjoy watching. I wasn't uploading that kind of content as much last year because I was running around so much, but I'm going to be a little bit more at home this year and try and do a bit more of that stuff. Anyway, I feel like that's everything I really had to say. Yeah, I think that's all my life updates that I wanted to share with you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll get a lip gloss and my face will be done also. Just going to go with a classic. This is Fenty Glow, the original gloss bomb from Fenty Beauty. It's just a classic universal lip shade. I'm done. This is my face. I'm going to go and honestly film some other YouTube videos, but I'll see you in those videos that I'm about to film. I hope you have a wonderful day. I do appreciate you spending your time here with me today, watching me get ready, and I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead of you. Sending you lots of love. If things aren't good, I hope they get better. Bye! You can find me everywhere. Follow me at EmilyTitch20 on Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, Visco, all the places. Or you can subscribe here and you'll see me all the time. Bye!